welcome to Classic Car Cave. So it's a Sunday roundup again, but just wanted to bring you up to date with some of the things that's going on. Now, I made a big fuck up a couple of days ago. I was checking out the timing, not the timing, but the firing order on this 4.2 Jaguar XJ engine, and I have the book here in front of me. It's a Haynes manual, Jaguar Daimler, and the firing order is 153624, and obviously it actually even says in here number one cylinder is at the rear. Now most cars, somebody's actually mentioned this, and I've mentioned it many times over the last sort of 7 or 10 years I've been doing the videos about the Jaguar engines. Normally number one will be at the front of the car or nearest the radiator, but in a Jaguar, and I don't know of any other models that do it, but particularly with Jaguar, number one is actually at the back, so it's nearest the bell housing or nearest the gearbox. So you're starting from number one at the back, not at the front. So people have mentioned it, but I just thought I'd clear that up. Anyway, there's quite a few things that we've done to this. So we put on new leads, new plugs, new set of points, a new condenser, and doing those things, plus the carburation. I know for sure the fuel and the carburation is a problem. Luckily, I found two HD8 carburetors that I've got that need refurbishing. So I'm going to order all the parts up for that and rebuild them up, because I know those HD8s really well, because I did it on my E-Type, and I've also done the same on the XK 150 behind you, or here. And I know the carburetors well, and I had to set them up properly. I'm not as familiar with these HS8s, and I really don't like this system that's in the middle. This automatic enrichment device, AED. It's bloody awful, and it's well known for it. And as I said, the fact that Berlin actually or SU Berlin now, make a kit to get rid of this tells you everything you need to know. They wouldn't have gone to that expense or the problem of making a choke cable kit and making all the cams and so on to get rid of it if it wasn't an issue or a problem area. So I'm going to get rid of that automatic choke for sure and put the HD8s on it, which I think will run better anyway. But where the cock up came in I have a special spanner. If you're familiar with Jaguars, you might know this is a special spanner, and it's got a very small, instead of having quite a big bend on it or a straight, this is designed, it's a 1 5/16 open-ended and ring spanner, and it's designed particularly for the XK engine. It's so you can get into where the pulley is on the crankshaft and tighten the nut up, or turn the engine over. So you can turn the engine over by hand on the front nut of the crankshaft, which is where the harmonic balancer is, or the pulley to go on to run your alternator and pump, water pump and so on. So they've specially designed this with this special hook in it like that. So you can probably see where I'm going with this. So in my haste to do everything, I took off the cam cover from the exhaust side, which is this one, and so I could check that it was TDC and that the exhaust valve was closed. What I unfortunately didn't do is I left this onto the front nut, and I completely forgot about it. I went away, went to the toilet, did something, completely forgot, tried to turn the engine over, and of course this whacked up. So I think it's broken the bolt head on the crankshaft. Now hopefully it's snapped in, and I can get the old one back out and put an easy out on it and get it back out. But obviously it would have been put in it would have been put in with a torque wrench. So getting it off is going to be a bit of a bastard. I don't know exactly. I'm feeling that it's loose, but it's very difficult to get to with the radiator in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the radiator back out, take the front off, and check exactly where we are. and I'll show you what the consequences of my really stupid mistake was, and I'll let you know how we get on. So I've taken the radiator off, which I'll show you. I've been very, very fortunate that all it's done is bent the locking tab on the pulley, and as you can see the bolt and everything's now, what it's done is loosened it off, but I couldn't get in a position under the radiator to turn it because it was catching on this, and this is 213mm. I could have probably took them out and then tried it, but I just wanted to make sure and check. So I'm going to take you over and I'll show you exactly how it looks. And thank God it isn't snapped. If that had been snapped in the crank, it could lead to all kinds of problems. So I'll take you over and I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do. I might be able to bash this ring, or I'll get a new one for the price of it. We'll see. Okay, so as you can see, there's the crank. There's no problems at all. I've got to do is just renew it. You can see, thank God for that. I was very worried that it had actually snapped. Right, it is a big old bolt, but basically as soon as I turned it I realised, and what it's done is it's just loosened it back and gone against the locking ring. So I've got it here. You can see there's towels everywhere. Unfortunately there's no easy way. The way the car's positioned, I can't turn it round now. If it had been on the other end, it had been alright. I could have got the water out easier, but as you can see there's no problem with that at all. There's no fracture or anything in it. It just backed it off, and this one I'll try and fix up now and see if it'll still work. If it won't, I'll just get a new one. To be honest, I don't think it's worth messing around with for the price of these locking rings. It's a bit battered up, but it's I don't think it's a bit soft. Yeah, I'll just go and order a new one up. But thank God that's in one piece. Whoa, I've been panicking taking it to get off. And I wanted to take it right out. I know the radiator is probably the longest way to do it, but I just wanted to take it out to be absolutely 100% sure that I could see properly. There we go. So now I need to get back to this issue. Thank God, that's just a relief. Now I need to get back to the issue why this isn't starting. It's got to be. What I'll do is I'll bring down the HD8s and I'll show you the condition they're in, and then I'll get the kit from S&G or from Berlin direct and completely restore them. Okay, so I've took the exhaust side and the inlet side of the cam covers off so I can check that TDC is correct. The only other thing I'm thinking is possibly the coil's a bit iffy, because this one looks like somebody's painted it stupidly, but also there seems an awful lot of oil around it as well, so it could be a slight leak, could be a nice slight oil leak in it. Maybe it's breaking down. Anyway, so get another coil in it and see how that goes. Now the bad side is I thought I had two HD8 carburetors, but they're not. They're HD6s. Well, unfortunately, this would have been on the XK150 originally, the 3.4. So they're HD6s, not HD8s. So I'm going to look for a pair. I did have some spare ones, but I built them up and used them for the XK150. So, but I thought I had them. But these are definitely HD6s. You can tell just by the size. So they would have been on a 3.4 engine. Anyway, so yeah, if anybody's out there that knows where there's a twin set that I could get, whether they need refurbishing or not, because the prices they want seem to be quite high, but the kits are not cheap either. So on that note, I'll give it another shot tomorrow and see how we get on, but that's a real shame. But I'm sure there's somebody who wants these for an XK120 or 140. I would have thought they'd had been on them, or a 3.4 anyway. So on that note, as usual, stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby, and I'll bring you back on the next one. Take care everybody, be good to each other.